Hello and welcome to the Dits on Wrestling podcast, and specifically this time, it's a little bit of a bonus episode, but it's stuff that you've known and loved for the last couple of weeks. We're taking a delve into the captain's cabin for this episode, and it's nice that this thing has got its own spotlight, because this quiz is like the biggest quiz in wrestling podcasting, and I'm not just saying that, and I'm sure you agree, it's not biased.
No, it's not biased at all. We are not self-serving. We would not do a disservice to the world like that. But no, in all seriousness, this pod has been very well received. We've had a lot of requests to come on and take the quiz now that we've launched it. And so we're happy that it's been successful. We're happy to do it. And we have a special guest for this quiz.
Yes, we do. We're very happy to welcome back Mike, the main man behind RetroMania Wrestling. He is back. Of course, he was on the episode which released on Sunday, where we delved into the inner workings of the game. But he's decided to come and take on the captain's cabin this week, and we're happy to have him back. Mike, how you doing, buddy?
Good, guys. Hopefully, I'm not here to embarrass myself.
You know what? It's not. We had mentioned it a bit offline, again, with both rounds. So the first round, general knowledge. Second is your specialty arena, and your specialty arena is awesome. But everyone so far has been either very good in general knowledge or very good in their specialty. So, like, we've noticed that dichotomy to a pretty large degree.
And as long as you don't get worse than 5 points, then you're golden, because we did a little pilot, we did a little tester to see how this would work out between me and Ant, and I got 5. And I'm not proud of that, to be honest.
It's not bad.
I mean, it's not great. I've set the bar nice and low for any. I did it on purpose, really. So if anybody came on,
I appreciate it.
He's a gracious host. What a great.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't want to put any additional pressure on you, but I have a feeling that you're going to kill this thing.
We'll see.
But Anne, as you're taking on the reins with regards to round 1, would you like to take over those reins?
Take over those Roman reigns.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty clever. Yeah, I'm ready to do that whenever you're good. You want to give me the countdown, and we will jump right into it. Again, for everyone listening, this first round is the general knowledge round. It is comprised of general wrestling knowledge that spans a lot of the wrestling landscape. So this is it's more general, but because it's so broad, it's somewhat harder. 90 seconds is the length of this round. For every correct answer, I will say correct. For every incorrect answer, I will not say anything. And passes are most definitely allowed, but if you pass, you are not allowed to go back to that question.
And because we are nice guys, if the timer goes off during a question, we will give you the option or the chance to complete that question. So if you hear that timer, don't be off put. And I have a pen and paper. I'm well prepared this week. I have a pen and paper, so I'm ready to mark down these things. I've got my timer ready to go. So on the countdown from 3, we'll start the round. You ready?
Countdown from 3.
Ready.
Countdown from 3. I hate me impersonating.
Now on 3 or 1, 2, 3, 3.
So it'll be 3, 2, 1, go. And
We did this the first time. I was like, I'm going to count down from 3 backwards. I'm going to do 3, 2, 1, go. And then he was like, so start it on go or start it after you say go? Yeah.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Who was the final wrestler to hold the ECW championship?
Taz.
How many foreign wrestlers have held the IWGP Heavyweight Championship?
1.
What year was the WWE Hall of Fame established?
1995.
How many WrestleMania victories did The Undertaker have before losing to Brock Lesnar?
17.
Who invented the move that is now known as the 619?
Rey Mysterio.
What name did Hulk Hogan go by when he began his wrestling career?
Incredible Hulk.
Who holds the record for most cumulative Royal Rumble eliminations?
Brock Lesnar.
Which WrestleMania featured the champion versus champion match between Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior?
WrestleMania 6.
Where are AEW's headquarters located?
Jacksonville.
Who won the WWF Brawl for All tournament?
Bart Gunn.
Following another injury, Batista was set to be replaced in the Evolution stable by who?
You do. There's a timer, but you still have time to answer the question.
Stasiak?
Oh, you were super close. Incorrect, but you were super close.
I thought you were gonna say I didn't get any right. You were gonna say correct after I got it right.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot. You got three correct. I'm sorry. I do that all the time.
Bad co-host.
I'm sorry. We'll go through. Sorry, I did that.
What was Hogan's name?
Super Destroyer.
Super. That wasn't his first name.
I didn't know that either. Yeah, Dits, this is you.
I obviously I went off Wikipedia first, but I fact checked it.
First.
Where, in Georgia? I know I'm wrong. I thought it was like a combination of Terry something.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But yeah, I was very. So there were a bunch on this that I personally didn't know either, and that I saw that Super Destroyer, and I was like, "What? That's pretty cool." Oh, he's typing it.
What year was the first? What three did I get right? I know the only ones I know I got right were Jacksonville and WrestleMania 6.
So WrestleMania 6 was correct. Who won the WWF Brawl for All tournament? Bart Gunn.
Those are the three.
Yep, and where are AEW's headquarters located? Yeah. Jacksonville. The others, who holds the record for most cumulative Royal Rumble eliminations? Your answer was Brock Lesnar. The correct answer is Kane. Following the injury, or another injury, Batista...
He didn't break out this year?
No. He came within one, and then got eliminated by McIntyre. I believe it was one. Following another injury, Batista was set to be replaced in the Evolution stable by who? The answer was Mark Jindrak. Yep.
I knew it was something like that.
Yeah, that's what when you said Stasiak, I was like, oh man, those two are so similar in body type, look. Even their names ending in K and AK. Who invented the move that is now most popularly known as the 619? Your answer was Rey Mysterio. The correct answer is Tiger Mask. He invented that in Japan. How many WrestleMania victories did The Undertaker have before falling to Brock Lesnar? Your answer
15?
was 17. The correct answer was 21.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was 21.
Way off.
What year was the WWE Hall of Fame established? Your
Close.
answer was 1990. Yep, you were very close. Your answer was 1995. The answer was 1993. I did not know this one either. How many foreign wrestlers have held the IWGP Heavyweight Championship? I believe your answer was 1. The correct answer is 8. Shot in the dark. And the very first one that we started with, who is the final wrestler to hold the ECW Championship? This one continues ECW through the WWE model. So the correct answer is Ezekiel Jackson, which I don't think anyone is ever going to know. Your answer was Taz.
Well, who was the last one to hold it when they folded the first time?
Rhino, I believe.
Oh, Rhino? All right.
Yeah. Because the culmination, what was supposed to happen for ECW that Heyman thought was really going to save the company before their TNN deal got taken over by WWF, RVD had gotten hurt, and he was going through that TV title run where he was undefeated for like 2 years. And it was supposed to build to a title versus title with RVD versus Rhino, and he would eventually take it, but they folded before it could happen.
Okay.
It's a shame. But you got 3. That's a good first round.
Is it? That's good? I don't know. I feel like...
Well, the person who's in first has 10. And he got 9 right in his general knowledge, and he got 1 in his specialty.
Oh, all right.
So 10 is the tops. I also want to point out, and everyone at home also knows that I, too, got 10 questions correct, and I did it in 60 seconds, but Dits refuses to acknowledge that and allow me to be
it's not me.
leaderboard.
Disney
Fair.
is saying it's not canon. It's out of my
fair.
hands.
But you're off to a good start. 3 in the first round is not bad. You only need 7 in your specialty to tie the leader. And
there's 14 questions in this?
Dits, how many you got for the specialty?
14, so I'm hoping that comes within the time limit.
So how many questions did we get through in the first round? Did we get through all of them?
No, you got through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We did not get through 1.
What were the
2,
final 3? Can I ask the final 3?
You sure can. Who was the first person to defeat Brock Lesnar in his second stint with WWE?
I know. Kurt Angle.
Oh, somewhat close. John Cena.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I should have guessed that.
I was gonna say that's my default. Anytime I don't know anything in that time,
Yeah.
my default answer is John Cena. How many world title reigns has Vince McMahon had?
2?
Correct. And who has held the Money in the Bank briefcase for the longest period of time? I don't think anyone would ever get this.
Isn't it a woman? Isn't it a woman wrestler?
It is a woman.
Who was it? I think I know it, and I can't think of it. Becky Lynch. I don't know.
Carmella.
Okay, there you go. I knew it was a woman. I just
Halfway
couldn't
there.
remember who.
I had no. Every time Dits sends me these and like the DM, I'll like kind of give myself a run through and honestly be like, if I knew it or not. I didn't even know it was a woman. I had no idea.
Yeah, I think it's like 280 odd days that she held it for before she cashed it in. So she held it for quite a long time, which is odd because that doesn't really happen anymore.
Yeah.
So you're running on 3, going into the specialty
In
round.
all fairness, I think I got 1 when I did general knowledge. So
Yes, you did. You got 1.
yeah, so just to flash back to that
So the
horrific
bar's,
moment,
remember, the bar's only 5. I only need 3.
which I think is easily attainable.
Well, you're on 3 right now, so you only need 2 to get to 5.
Well, to tie him, I got to try to beat the host.
Yeah, nobody wants to tie with the host. Nobody wants to do that, or lose to the host, especially. Jesus Christ.
Gotta set the bar.
But Mike, are you ready to take on the captain?
All right, let's do it.
All right. So, Ant, have you got your equipment ready to go that you need?
Yeah, I forgot that I'm doing the timer. Yep, I'm doing the timer. Apologies for the first round for not telling you which ones you got correct. So yeah, you got 3, but in this one, Dits, whether you get them right or wrong, Dits will not be telling you anything, and we will reveal everything at the end of that round.
So just like the first round.
Well played.
That'll stop you from ever doing it again.
I hate 2D games.
I knew WrestleMania 6 was right. That was the only one I was 100% confident in.
Yeah, you got that was a good streak there. You got that one. That was a very memorable one for me because I remember watching that tape when I was little and I thought there was no way in hell that the Ultimate Warrior was going to win, and when he won, I was so shocked. All right, I'm going to do a 3, 2, 1, go, and once I say go, I'm going to start the timer. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Copy that. 3, 2, 1, go.
The Rockers made their WWF debut in what year?
1993.
Strikeforce defeated which WWF tag team to hold their one and only reign as WWF?
Hart Foundation.
Who, with the Killer Bees, were the team to survive in the tag team elimination match at Survivor Series 1987?
Young Stallions.
The Steiner brothers defeated who to win their first NWA World Tag Team titles?
The Freebirds.
The Hart Foundation made their debut at what pay-per-view?
Survivor Series. No. WrestleMania.
Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson defeated who for their first NWA World Tag Team Championship?
Rock and Roll Express.
How many reigns did Demolition have as WWF World Tag Team Champions?
3.
The Rock and Roll Express competed in what gimmick match at Starrcade 87?
Skywalkers.
The tag team of Greg Valentine and Brutus Beefcake were known as what?
Dream Team.
Who were the original 3 members of the Midnight Express?
Jim Cornette, Bobby Eaton, and Dennis Condrey.
Who was the original manager of the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov?
Classy Fleddy Vlassi.
Boom, got it there in time.
Boy. Oh, boy.
I answered one of them wrong. Well, no, I know I got more than one wrong, but one I thought I should know that I got wrong.
I need to hold on here. I'm counting.
I was thinking, like, this is Undertaker levels of streak going on here.
Oh, boy. Okay, that one, because you went out of that order, and...
What I will say, Mike, is you've definitely beaten me.
I don't know. The year ones are tough. I don't know those years.
I need a Dits. What your number 8 question? What was your question?
It was the Rock and Roll Express competing in what gimmick match at Starrcade 87?
Copy.
Night of the Skywalkers. Scaffold match.
Ooh, see that? Okay, so we've got not some controversy here, but all right, Dits. I don't have the official order in which you asked them, but I have the correct, which ones were correct based on what I have as I looked them up. Yeah. So, Dits, start with your number 1 question.
The Rockers made their WWF debut in what year?
I had no idea on this.
The answer you gave was 1993. The correct answer was 1987. So that was incorrect.
Wow.
Then we had Strikeforce defeated which WWF tag team to hold their one and only reign as WWF tag team champions?
Heart Foundation.
Yeah.
That was you answered that before the question was even finished. And this started a bit of a streak. So question number 3, Dits.
Who were the Killer Bees? Were the team to survive in the tag team elimination match at Survivor Series 87?
You took a little time for this one, and your answer was the Young Stallions, and your answer was correct.
Wow. I pulled that out of my butt.
Just out of curiosity, because I was trying to decide who to go with. Was it going to be the Killer Bees, or was I going to start it off with the Young Stallions? If I had said who with the Young Stallions were the team to survive, would you have got the Killer Bees?
Probably not.
Oh, so I've just gifted you a point. Unbelievable. Then we had the Steiner Brothers defeated who to win their first NWA World Tag Team titles?
The answer was the Fabulous Freebirds, which you got.
Jimmy Jam and Michael PSAs. That version.
There you go. That is correct.
Then we had the Heart Foundation made their debut at what pay-per-view?
So, Dits, I'm going to defer to you on this one. So his first answer was Survivor Series. He corrected himself and said WrestleMania, but he didn't say what specific WrestleMania. So how are you going to give that? I'm going to defer to you on this.
Ooh.
You didn't say what year of the pay-per-view.
That is true. We did just say what pay-per-view. And the answer is a WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'll let it go.
The full answer is WrestleMania 2, but that is correct. And so as of right now,
the British Bulldogs beat them.
There you go. And 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 already right there. So that puts you at a total of 7.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. And bearing in mind the person who is second in the table is on 7. So
yes.
The next question after that was Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson defeat who for their first NWA World Tag Team Championship?
Mike, your answer was?
Rock and Roll Express.
Correct. And the answer is the Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah.
That's number 5, which gives you a total of 8. The next question.
On the streak train, how many reigns did Demolition have as WWF World Tag Team Champions?
Mike's answer was 3. And the correct answer is 3.
The Rock and Roll Express competed in what gimmick match at Starrcade 87?
So now here's the thing. The answer that we have on file, we were just going with the scaffold match. Mike's first answer was Skywalkers, the Night of the Skywalkers, which is the full name of it, which he then said scaffold match after the timer had gone. Dits, are we going to count this?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
That's what I thought. Just wanted to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we now have a tie for the leaderboard. Mike, you are tied for first right now. The next question. Dits.
Tag team of Greg Valentine and Brutus Beefcake.
That was a piece of cake.
I didn't grow up in the 80s, but I know a decent amount from everything that I've watched, and I had no idea. I was telling Dits this before we recorded. I had no idea that these two were a team. I had no idea that Brutus Beefcake was a heel at any point, won a tag title. I thought he was just Hogan's dude. I remember him being the barber and then in the Zodiac and all that terrible stuff in WCW. This was one of the coolest things I learned. I had no idea that they were a team.
Who was the new Dream Team?
Oh, I don't know.
Dino Bravo and Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Oh, good call. And then, oh, wow. Damn, yeah, I did not. So that's another correct answer, and we have a new leader. It's question number 10 that you asked.
Who are the original 3 members of the Midnight Express?
This I got wrong.
Yes, your answer was Jim Cornette, Bobby Eaton, and I don't remember who was
It wasn't Dennis Condrey. He was the second one, but I couldn't remember the first guy's name.
The original 3, Randy Rose, Austin, and Condrey. Yep. And then Cornette came on. So that was incorrect. And the last question.
Who was the original manager of the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov?
As time expired, as the alarm went off, your answer was classy Freddie Blassie, which is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Which gives you a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 questions correct in your specialty round, adding to your 3 from your general knowledge, and you got 12 points in this quiz, and you now currently sit atop.
Yeah.
Well played. This also means that at some point, though, so what we're doing is, and provided you can, fit us into your schedule, we are running this as somewhat like of a regular season. So our top 8 seeds are going to compete against each other in a playoff of sorts. And if you make one of those top 8, which it looks very good right now, we would love to be able to potentially have you back. I know we talked about earlier about having you back just to talk some RetroMania again at some point, or just have you on because you're awesome. But if we could have you back again for this quiz, you might. I mean, you're sitting pretty high right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to study a little bit though.
Oh man, yeah. We mentioned it during the episode that we did together that released earlier in this week, and when you mentioned Strike Force and you mentioned the Dream Team, I immediately was like, oh, he's going to destroy this quiz.
So did we get to all of them?
So there's still 3 outstanding, so I'll give you those now and just see if you would get those 3. So we had which tag team won the inaugural Crockett Cup?
That would be the Road Warriors.
It is indeed. The Midnight Express was formed in what promotion?
That one I don't know. Georgia?
Southeast Championship Wrestling.
Okay. Yeah.
And the last one is the British Bulldogs debuted in what wrestling promotion? So you would have back-to-back same questions.
Stampede Wrestling?
Correct.
Yep.
So the streak would have pretty much continued there.
I knew, and you know what? It's the funny thing, and we didn't want to go too much into it before we started doing the quiz with you. The reason there's been such a dichotomy between general knowledge and the specific round for people is some people have really honed in on a specific niche, and some people have gone too broad. Like our first guest that we had on who did the quiz, his specific topic was WrestleMania 9 through WrestleMania 36. So exactly,
that's a pretty big span.
Exactly, very broad thing. Our second guest, his was TNA wrestling from 2002 to 2010. But again, the whole company as a whole.
Right.
Mine, for example, I picked Bret Hart. He's my favorite wrestler, but I just went with Bret Hart. So Dits was asking me questions from 1976 all the way up until stuff that he did in his movies and all those things. And I got 5.
Right.
I got 5 out of 7. But yeah, the ability of someone to really nail their niche and their specialty and to really make sure they pick the right one. And yeah, you crushed it. And yeah, once that you got the first one wrong, and then they just kept coming, and I was like, uh-oh, I couldn't keep up with the right answers. I was like, uh-oh, he's destroying this whole thing. Well done, well played. I'm clapping it up.
Thank you.
And previous leader ANT is going to be he would have been listening to that up to the point, and he's just like, here we go, another one, and it's gone.
Yeah. Oh, boy. We're definitely going to message the person that you just beat and let him know that he got destroyed. Well played. Well played.
Mike, thank you so much for coming on and taking part in the quiz. We really hope to. I mean, any guest that we have on, we hope they're happy to participate in it. But it means more, obviously, because you've got your schedule that you're trying to keep to, and you're a busy man. So it means a lot to us that you've come on and competed in the captain's cabin today.
No, I was fun, guys. Thanks for having me. And I'm no busier than anybody else. We're all busy.
I'd like to say I'm busy, but I might be I might be slightly taking some liberties with this working from home malarkey. But Mike, we're going to let you go. But thank you so much for coming on. And let's be honest, it looks like you're going to be back for the playoff side of the quiz. Like, that is a pretty high score.
Amazing,
and it's definitely better than my 5.
Yep.
All right, sounds good.
But no, it's been an absolute pleasure, buddy. Thank you very much for coming on.
Sounds good, guys. Thanks for having me.